Hey, I'm Kev and welcome back to TT Other Man Ride on the Edge career. It has been a while, it might even be years since we've done this, but with the new game coming out next week, we have to wrap up this series. And it's been a while since we played this as well, and I could barely remember where we got to in career. It is such a grind though, I found career. That's why I stopped it. Just was not really enjoying it. But we got to July in 2018 and midway through our third season. I've done a couple of events just so I can get used to the game again. So we've done like the Kawasaki Invitational, where you may see our last result. It was not very good, finishing 7th. As we're in Scotland, around the Short Castle ring track, I think we were. But in this episode, we are going to basically do all of the events apart from the Tourist Trophy Revival. So we're doing July and August. So we're doing the International Cup around the Atrium Speed Track. Then we're heading to the Mountain Course for the last sector. And then we've got the Triangle Raceway. And we might do the Herefordshire circuit as well. It's got a good fame increase, so I think we might have to do that. So let's begin. And I might try and do highlights of these events as well. Try and make so the episode doesn't go too long. So let's start with the International Cup then, which is basically a version of the Ulster course, if I remember correctly. I think it is. I can't remember now. Let's find out. On the superbike. So the Suit is the best superbike from what I remember. The Honda's pretty stable, but not as quick. The EBR, I think I got just for an event from what I remember, so I think we'll stick with the Suiter. As the horsepower is pretty good, but look at the acceleration compared to the other bikes. It's got like double the acceleration of the EBR. Ridiculous, and a good max speed as well, very quick. And they actually got the best max speed, does the V4 two-strokes machine. Even though look at that engine size though, half the capacity. But then it's very lightweight as well, 152 kilograms. Thankfully, this is a TT style event, so no other riders out there. We're against 4 others on our suit. It's got a Kawasaki Honda Norton to battle with, and it's a 12-kilometer circuit. I don't think I've been around it in years, so this will be interesting. We've got 3 laps, and the options. I've turned down the difficulty. I did have it on the hardest difficulty. I did have it on expert. I turned it down to easy and medium as well. Check them out. For some reason on easy, that happened a couple of seconds quicker than difficult. I don't understand it in the previous event. That's why I finished down in 7th. So I put the difficulty back up to difficult. And then riding style, as you may have noticed, everything is off. Got a split brake method, so we'll be using the rear brakes along with the front brakes. Manual transmission, none of the assist as well. So we've got to be careful with rider rate, so we've got to use it backwards in the braking zones, and then we've got to go forwards down the straights. It's a bit like what is in like MotoGP and Ride, but at least in MotoGP you can lean forward as well in corners like you see the riders do in real life. For some reason it's just backwards and braking zones forward on straights. It's a bit linear in comparison. Also the handling of the bike, well, you'll find out. It is not the best, is the handling. I'll try and describe it. And we're trying to describe this game as well. I normally do like a review. I know, is this the Northwest 200 track? I think it might be a version of that. But yeah, we're leaning forward at the moment. Got to be careful of bumps. Remember, it's road racing. They don't iron those out. So we're just going to cruise on this opening lap. As I said, it's been a while since I've been through. I remember there being a blind corner coming up, which always caught me out. I think it's this one coming up. Because it's tight on the exit, from what I remember. No, it looks inviting and then it tightens up on the exit. So we've got the power. So we're just resting for all these corners at the moment. But there's a braking zone coming up. We've got to go down to 3rd from what I remember. I think this is it. Oh, we can keep it in fourth. Actually, it wasn't that tight. But now I think we are heading towards the hairpin, are we? Or at least the city area. Oh, we've got to slow it down a bit. So that's actually the corner for third. So it's fourth, the previous corner, then third. Now remember over here they got a roundabout. Tried to take it flat out. That was not a good idea. As now we are heading towards the hairpin. So we've got this tight corner. Man, this always caught me out. I was always trying to cut it on the inside. Hello, really? Told you, you've got to be careful the right away. Oh, that was close to the tyres. Only going like 170 miles per hour. But yeah, I remember the handling for this game being pretty poor. Like everything else, like the circuit and everything is fantastic. So we keep it in fifth, and now we slow down. As I can't remember when we slowed down. Was it the bridge? It was at the bridge. But there's the corner. It's all a bit wide. Because the handling, it's just the rear end sliding, basically, is the handling. That's all you really need to know. It's about controlling the rear. It's very much similar handling. It's done by Kiloton, the studio who do the WRC games. And so the handling reminded me of actually WRC 6 and 7. But again, it's about controlling that rear end, where you got the rear end sliding, and you don't feel much else. That's exactly the same with this. And I remember this being probably my main criticism of Tito Man wide on the edge, is that the handling was pretty poor. Hopefully they fix that for 2. Like everything they're saying in the interviews is great, but we only know it once we get our hands on the game. Like you can say everything, you can say it's the most sim game ever in interviews, but until we got our hands on it and actually try it out, means fuck all basically. What you're saying, you're just promoting your game. You're not actually, you know, saying probably the most truthful things in promoting a game. Then you learnt that lesson, especially with like the likes of Milestone and the motocross games. But we're towards the end after that. So we had that, and then that's the final corner. Okay. So we cruised it round and around 342, I think that was. There's a bump. There we go. We actually go airborne there. Which is scary. So now we can ramp it up a bit on this second lap. Again, got to be careful of the bumps. Again, I think we're just controlling the throttle in this first part. Like, not actually braking, just rolling off the throttle. It's not something you're really used to in circuit racing as well. Like, you always have these corners, like tight corners set up for you to brake and stuff, but for just natural flowing roads, it's more about, let's say, just rolling off the throttle instead. Let's see, we're slowing down there. We don't need to brake. Again, we're just rolling off the throttle. Here we can brake. That's like the first time we actually meant to brake on a lap, I think. And then we've got the next corner coming up, which is tight. So yeah, slightly brake through this sweeping right. Careful of the wall on the inside. Again, something you don't really talk about with circuit racing. You've got all of these different variables in play. Again, that's something that really caught me out as well playing this again, apart from the handling, is, oh yeah, I've got to watch out for a fence, I've got to watch out for a house, I've got to watch out for the balloons in the sky. I don't really understand their fixation with balloons in the sky. I remember that being a thing in F1 2013 as well. Like, co-modders went absolutely crazy for them on like the old circuits around like Arrays and Estoril. Like, they just put lots of balloons everywhere. I don't know why. Can you explain that to me, game developers, why you love balloons so much? As we brake. Get all the way down the first, as you see it bumpy on the inside. I remember that now. That's why we take a bit of a wider line through that. And that one. But we're just trying to stay upright. I remember when I originally did the old playthrough, I only showed races, complete races, where I didn't fall or crash. So there's always some good montages at the end of the episodes. But laugh at me being rubbish at this. I'm honestly surprised. We're halfway through this and we're staying upright. Famous last words. As always, especially as the rear got a bit screwy there when braking for that right-hander. I'm very happy how it's going so far. And remember, always taking too much speed through this right, which compromises for the left. So that left is a bit sharper, and then we've got another left, which is a bit sharper as well. Before the heavy braking coming up. So easy outbrake yourself into this corner. Use a bit of the sand on the inside, because again with the hand-in model, I said it's about that control on that rear end. So you get slight rear end sliding through there, which helps get you through the corner. Now on the go lap times 3:23, so improved by the old 20 seconds on that lap. Now we're going to try and break the 3:20 mark on this final lap. Well, you'd probably still be flat out through that. So we're all off in 5th. That's another thing about these road racing circuits being so long as well. You're talking about seconds difference in improvement. Not just a tenth or two. You're not just grinding that out. You're grinding out seconds here. Oh, once again, I got caught out by that corner. Thought it's the next one up. I've also got to be careful with the braking. Braking is very temperamental. I've rediscovered it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's very weird, the braking. It's again something that was an issue I found with WRC6 in particular. I found with 7, but again, I think that was when I was playing with my old pedals as well, with the Thrustmaster, and the pedals were fading, and the brake was. But yeah, it's very easy to rush the rear. Again, it's all about that rear control. It's not. There's that obedient. Like if you can just keep the rear under control, you're golden basically. There you go, approaching 200 miles per hour. One thing I hope they do have for the upcoming Isle of Man game is setups. We did not have setups in this game. I hope we can actually do that. It's hopping into this from even like MotoGP 19. It's weird not being able to set up the bike how you like it, but I guess for like online, for leaderboard and stuff, that's pretty good. So you can have close racing and it's not all about setups and people who have found the exploits in them. So you know your pace is actually true compared to everyone else. Oh my god, no! We almost got to the end without crashing. I just turned way too late. I also forgot how slow the turning is sometimes on these bikes. Like even on this scooter, like a super bike, as you see, probably the best super bike in the game, turning is still very slow. It's like you're an 80-year-old on here. You just had a hip replacement surgery and you're going from side to side and you're really struggling at times. Like, you understeer his wheel, like through there, just slightly out. Again, sometimes you've got to turn very early. You just don't do that. That's all, that was a bit deep in the corner. It's all through the final corner. Been at a 3:23, but I think that's a decent run first up. Maybe midfield? No! At the top, are we? We are by over a minute, and we're cruising. And we do need to put it up to the highest difficulty. As we're 4 seconds ahead of Kawasaki. Oh my god, look at the massive guy. Look at Hutchinson. What are you doing in the 13 minutes, man? So we've got a second run. This one I probably won't show because all we need to do is just do what we've just done, basically, to win this, I think. So second time round, we went even quicker under the 10-minute barrier, and as you can see, our fastest lap comfortably quicker than we did before, 3 minute 8.4. So overall, won by 30 seconds ahead of Russell's Kawasaki and the EBR round out the podium. As next up, we head to the TT circuit for the last sector. So sectors, or is it the last sector? Well, sectors 9 to 11 we've got coming up, as of course we're in TT style, and we've got quite a few BMWs to battle against, a couple of Kawasaki's and Hondas, and a Norton as well. So let's see how this suitor flies. As I do like these little intro screens. I was going for the replays to get a thumbnail for this episode as well. Like, replays need to improve a bit. Like, they're not as good as I remember, quite samey, just same cycle repeating every 3 or 4 goes, as that's a good start. Oh, this is a set I don't remember, no. I think it is anyway. I know we're heading into the countryside. As someone goes by. We'll give ourselves 1 restart. I don't think you could begin an event worse than that. So this is out of Ramsey's hairpin, isn't it? Heading into the countryside. So you've got that tight corner, and then you've got the much tighter right-hander. But it is a section of the track I don't really remember, to be honest. As shown by that, whatever that is. I don't know, to be honest. We do have the gooseneck coming up. I know that. God, I think everything's slower than it is. Here it is. See, an actual curb to ride. I don't want to bike on my tail. I just want to ride by myself. Because I remember my other big complaint is the opponents in this game are absolutely abysmal. But they race each other barely. I have no clue who you are. Don't recognise you at all. What the hell? Got lots of feed in there through the control. Not sure if the controller's going low on battery or whatever. Oh yeah, we're heading towards this section. So we've got this one, which is bumpy as hell. And then we've got the tighter corner coming up, don't we? Here it is. Oh no, the first one's tight. Okay, I thought that was tighter. Now we can accelerate a bit. Definitely accelerate through that. But I remember this being very high speed and sweeping, so easy to catch out as well. You can see I'm lifting everywhere. Is this the corner I was thinking of? No. It's a tightish corner coming up, which really catches me out. Is it this corner? Whoa, what is the rear gone? That's the problem with no feeding in this controller now. I have no idea why I lost that. And it didn't feel like I was locking up. I didn't use the rear brake either. So the rear, to make sure the rear doesn't lock up. So I'm not really sure why I lost it there. Maybe because of the weight control, I forgot to lean back. Brake in. As we're heading towards the tram lines, aren't we? Got this sweeper. It's tighter. Remember that. Just use the guide in front. We've got a guide now. So at least they're not behind us, which is good. So we can pace ourselves off the rider in front. Which is actually pretty helpful. Here's the tight corner. Oh, we're gaining a bit. Got some confidence now we've got a tour guide. We have another tight corner coming up, don't we? It's already gaining. Feels like I'm going too fast then. Oh god. Again, don't know how I've lost the rear. I need to change controller after this race. Because this is impossible to do actually without the rumble and you get in the triggers on the Xbox controller. But I've got none of that feel now. Just going off visuals. Which with this handling model is pointless. Because I need to feel that rear, how it's going. We're trying like the last sector, aren't we? Because there's a tight corner coming up. Into this. So maybe it is the whole of the last sector. It's all around the outside. Didn't see us coming. We've got some hairy braking coming up. Got a very bumpy inside the corner here, so we've got a bit wider. That was not bad at all. That's the finish. We're probably down in like 5th or something, thanks to our crashes. Oh, 3rd. We'll take 3rd. Only 6 seconds back. Or 4th. We'll take 4th then. So controller throttle later. We are heading to the Triangle Raceways. 7.3 kilometers long. TT style event again. We got 4 laps round here as well. As against a couple of Nortons, the BMW and Honda. Let's jump in then for this first event. I think it's again a 2-eventer. So I'll show you the first one and then probably much quicker in a second. So try and remember what this looks like. Well, obviously, reading is not a good idea. I'm just being tight and twist in the first spot. Is this meant to be like the Northwest 200? I'm pretty sure it is. Man, I would love for all of the major road racing tracks to be on the same game. Like we have TTR Man, of course, and then we have the replicas, but you have Milestone with the Ride Series having Ulster Grand Prix, Macau, Northwest 200. Like, imagine all 4 of them in the same game. Kind of have a little road racing series. You can add in fancy tracks as well, like Hillside is pretty damn cool. Maybe a couple of fancy tracks from here as well. Make it like a full calendar or just add in. Oh god, it's tight corner. Forgot about that. I thought it was much quicker. But yeah, you have what, 4 circuits, and then oh, they also have the Isle of Man, the other Isle of Man circuit, don't they? In Ride as well. So if you add that in, that's 5. And you can add in a couple other real world races, and then you have a calendar to ride round. Then again, add in the fancy tracks as, oh god, I did not want anyone near me. I'm trying to learn the track here, God's sake. No, we can't be going fast if we're getting past. Tactical use of the wall. Oh my god, what is that thing behind? It sounds horrible. Oh, is that actually meant to sound like a bike, or was that a wood chopper? I don't know what that's meant to sound like. course you crash into the rock. At least we've got some clear space now, and we can just concentrate on actually riding around the circuit. Yeah, then had him maybe, said like fixture on like hillside and stuff just to pad the cannon down, be like warm-ups for the main events. That'd be pretty cool. Why is the bike not stopping? That's why I find the braking damn weird in this game, and again with the older WRC games, because sometimes you hit the brakes and they don't work. Like, I nuked it up. Apparently it's meant to be like a bug. I don't really understand though. Like, some people think it's a bug with like heating of the tyres and stuff. They just overheat. No. I don't feel like Kiloton had that in for this game. Maybe for the next one. That'd be lovely to see. And 2, actually have some management as well. Oh god, why are we flying? That's way too high. Touching the sky there. Oh, yeah, that's a possible explanation for why everything's spinning off. Oh yeah, you can't get on the power too early through that. Or did you just go to the left like I did? So are these dropping down to 3rd? Yeah, I remember this being a pretty cool circuit though. Pretty tough as well. You've got some blind corners like this, especially if you go through the hedges. Oh, the hedges are actually... oh god. Are actually wheels. Again, I'm just accelerating like normal, and it's just decided to wheelie for some reason. Maybe it is overheating. I don't have no idea. It is damn annoying. It's approaching halfway mark of this event, and I don't see we're winning it, to be honest. Not getting those vibes, as I have no idea how you slow down for that right-hander. Like, I had all the anchors in the ground there, used a bit of the rear brake, and the bike was just like, no, not bothering. I'm meeting my friend the bay. I think we might have initiated that meeting now quite a few times already. Maybe that's why the bike really likes the bay. So we're inside in there. Look, I could actually lift now that I could feel that. Let's slow down for the first corner. It was weird having it accelerate when you're aiming at something. Because you're trusting the acceleration to take you away from that. There we go. Let's try and have a clean lap for once. We can do this. Flying a bit there. Let's go past the houses and flat out for this back section. Reminds me of the Scottish circuit, the short Scottish circuit as well. Oh god, we're flying too high again. Got to remember to brake for that jump. You can't actually take it like that. Seeing it, the crowd, no. And I guess the rider in front didn't slow down as well. What? Why am I down there? Did I hit one of the branches or whatever on the inside? Must have done. No, it didn't seem like it from my viewpoint, but again, I've got a very narrow viewpoint here, don't I? But I do love this. This is when I began switching to the old first person in bike games. I want the immersion. We're going into a brick wall at over 200 miles per hour, but the way I ride, but no, this is where it really does. The really good part of this game is this. Oh, what the hell? Why is the rear? What are you doing, rear? What the hell, rear? Again, it just lost itself for no reason. Again, was I wrong with the rate? I have no idea. Is it the bug or whatever it is? I have no idea. They've really got to improve the handling model for the next one. If they have these same issues with the braking, I'm not sure I'll be playing it long, as that's just my fault. Again, I just want clean air. So, you know, tactical crash. That's what we do here, tactical crashing. You don't make mistakes, make happy little accidents, you know? As hopefully this is the final lap coming up. Because I'm not sure my rider can take another one. Be honest, after all this riding. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, they got historic bikes as well, got a lot more rather than just having it as DLC. Like with the John McGuinness bike. Seems like they got a selection of old 2-strokes and 4-strokes. Which should be fun round here. But maybe we can do the classic TT. That'd be cool. Yeah, that could be part of career. Take part in that event. Oh, so here we go. Brake. Brake. There we go. We done it. We survived. We're learning. Just about. Let's keep it in first. Always close to those thingies again. Those bushes. Almost lean too much. See, it's very tempting to lean too much through quite a few of these corners. How blind they are. Keep it in fifth. That's the way to go. So once again close to the shrubbery. On the grass again. That's never a good place at around 190 miles per hour. There we go, made it through. Hasn't crashed us for no reason. Down to first. There, you got around the corner. Is that just far audio from the bike sounding weird? No, why are you going wide? Oh my god, got away with it. You're a lucky rider. Go a bit quicker through this end part. Oh, can we overtake someone? We can. Around the outside. We did that. And it was the final lap, so we did it under 2:30. That's the fastest lap. Even though we end up in 4th. As we're 7th overall though. Are these like different classes? Out of 21. Pretty surprising how, that's considering how many crashes you had. I think it was around 7 as well. So I think we've got to take 2. We do. So I'll do this and then hopefully not crash as much and be in the top 5. So despite crashing 10,000 times on one lap, as much as we crashed in our first attempt, we actually won by around 5.5 seconds. So the fast lap, 2:25.5 we're down to. And we are 4th overall. Not bad at all. So finally, should we end with this Herefordshire circuit event? We'll do one of the, maybe show 1 or 2 of the races on our superbike. As it's a mass start event in the evening. 4 laps as we've got 3 Kawasaki's, couple of Beamers, couple of Suitors as well. We've got a buddy, John Stephen, and the Kawasaki of Dean Harrison as well, and the Honda of Cameron Donald. So let's get underway then, and now I can really show what really irks me as well about out this game. As Killaton, they're known for the WRC games, so good at the old time trialing business. Not so good at this, though. To get a mega start, though. And towards the first corner. All curb on the inside, a bit wide. We're away in the lead, so start making mistakes, though. That's all where we're going. Oh, we're going this way. Oh, it's a chicane. I thought it was a tight corner. Oh, this is a tight corner. Bit wide. Good thing we're in the lead. Trying to learn this circuit. I know there's tight corners around it. Oh, God. There's a tight corner. So there we go. Now we get to show what really irks me apart from wheel spin starts. There's a turn. It's like everyone just rides on their line. They don't take any notice of you. So you see everyone is just following the same line in front. Really? Oh my god, no! Come on! Go! Once again, got no one to learn off now to learn this circuit. As what is that glitching in front? Oh, it's the monster signs with the lighting, it seems like. God damn it. I was about to show you. Now you can't really battle with the opponents. But we'll leave that for another lap. Hope we can start catching up. So it's another chicane. Hope we can catch up to them though, even though again we don't really know this circuit. Oh, that's tighter than I expected. Hello everyone, we can just about see you. Oh god. I thought going on a curb would have just chucked the bike up, but thankfully it didn't. And we can go a bit quick through this first part and then it gets tighter. Oh, no, wrong way. Why are you turning left? I also need to get new glasses, it seems like. Oh, God. It is a darker section as well. Like, I couldn't really see where we were going there. So we definitely have to do a second race. Oh, my God. What are you doing? Why are we drifting? What the hell? Why are you clapping that? Again, it's just gone. I don't know what's with the rear. I'm not sure if it's that overheating thing, but something that happens in like that overheating thing. It happens in quite a lot of games, from what I remember. Of course, simulators, but with the grip just randomly going. I think it's more of a tyre wear actually in WRC8. Like, the tyres can just go and you have nothing. No, tight chicane, tight chicane. God, how many chicanes are there on this lap? 3? 4? No, bike. Stay on the track. That would be good. I always want to turn to the right. Again, weight transfer at the rear with one tyre is not good as well. You may have seen. There you go, that's good. So yeah, now we can properly learn the circuit though, because we're by ourselves. And see where we're quick, where we need to be quicker. Remember, you've got to go there. Right. There we go. See, I've spotted the curve this time. And flat out. And tight corner. Oh, what the hell? Why does it drift through that corner? Why does it want to drift through there? I didn't know this was Hereford Drift. Herefordshire Drift. Don't actually need to brake that much for this corner if I remember. So this one we definitely do. What the? Oh, why are we in neutral? I need to accelerate out. Okay. Then the glitching signs, which are damn confusing. And slight lift. And flat out. And heavy braking. Or another chicane. Do not hit the curb on the inside because you just jump in the air like an idiot. That's the annoying thing around here. You actually got curbs, not just dirt on the inside. So you actually got to be careful of hitting the curbs because otherwise we're just dancing in the air. Which is just frantically panicking. Rather than dancing in the air. Oh my god, we got another lap. Are you kidding? I know that's what you're probably all saying as well. Look at this idiot. Got another lap of this idiocy. Don't worry, we're getting there, okay? Around this lap. I'll probably take that in third, actually. And then drop down to first for this. Why is the bike going right? What? Is that meant to be like undulation in the road there? Now we've got the brake here. Oh god. Where's the braking point for this left-hander? Every time I brake, the bike just drifts. Everything. I have no idea where you're meant to brake for that corner. I'm not sure you're actually meant to get up to 6th, are you? You're meant to stay in 5th, it feels like. As once again, up in the air. Should have done this on a super sport bike. Oh, this circuit's made for super sports bikes, not super bikes. There's lift. Accelerate under the trees. Gives me like a Ruon feeling. If you remember that old F1 circuit. Absolutely love that circuit where they go down the back straight under the trees like that. So here we go, final corner. The misery is over, I think, with this race. There we go. At least we finished with like an under 2 minute lap, I think, which is only like 10 seconds off the pace. So, nil pra. Let's try again. So there you go, trying again. As we start in last, due to, well, finishing last in the previous race. Just 20 seconds off the back of everyone. Oh, we're making a dive. We're over the curb on the inside. So hopefully I get the chance to show you right. I hate our opponents so much because you may notice they all follow in the same lines. They don't really battle each other as well. Which if we sit back here maybe for this opening lap, we can demonstrate. Oh my god, it's this corner. Don't know how to take this corner. We made it through. It didn't drift. We're going very slowly, but we made it through. But yeah, you see they do cluster up, like there are differences between them. They just don't really battle each other. Which if we have these type of races in Ironman TT2, riding in mispronounced title names, you know, you've actually got to make them do stuff with each other. I hope we don't have this. I hope it's just us TT style races, to be honest. Like, there's no point including this stuff if you can't do it properly. There you go, there was an actual pass there, I think. Yeah, most of the time they're just following each other. Like, we can do passes on them quite easily. At least round here where it's a bit wide open, maybe on the TT circuit, not as much, because I don't really pay attention to. You know, they're just following each other in front. Means you can just ride into them. And just ride through them, apparently, as well. Oh, is that hello? We'll go around our outside, buddy. I'll go down your inside. Oh, no. Getting back at us. Whoa, what you doing, bike? Don't be wheels spinning. Oh, brake. There we go. So you just got to Morse code your brakes. That's what you got to do. Seem to be working there. I'm surprised we didn't crash after you just belted it into the back of those previous bikes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God's sake. That's not a place to do a move, you idiot. Just follow them through in and then get them on the exit. Because they're very slow in corners. You may have noticed that with the Gordon speed. And so you're passing them on like the exit or entry of corners. Someone is... I thought they were evolving there, obviously not. Oh, I'm getting the hang of this now. I think. Nope, we're still hitting the curb, so we're not getting the hang of this. Oh, so it's 4 chicanes you've got to remember. Round it. That's too many damn chicanes to remember. Here we go, did a 48 with a crash. Oh, no, rear. Why, rear? Sometimes it does that as well when you change to first. Sometimes it does that. Not all the time, just sometimes. So it makes it even more confusing, the braking behaviour in this game as well, for me. Like, sometimes I can get away with that, sometimes I can't. There's a line there, but I have no idea where it is. Thanks to the behaviour of the bike, so that's why another factor of why I just find the braking bizarre in this game. There you go, actually try to carry speed through that. Not a glitching. Power through. Lifting sit. Oh, no. Oh, my God. There's bumps on the exit, you idiot. Oh, my God. What? I think that was my mistake on that occasion. I actually used the rear brake way too early. I use it kind of in the end of the braking phase. When you're down to the last gear or penultimate gear. You can't use it like that heavily in the beginning of it. You basically think of that as like ABS that's kicked in, basically. Or traction control for brakes. Probably make better sense. As you just brake too late. Guys just having a rest. How are we not last? Who is that behind me? Be embarrassed. Don't spawn in me, my God. You're behind this fool. He's just tried to sleep on some rocks in the middle of the race. There we go. Most of the time I try and avoid to use the rear brake though. Try and use that engine braking. Because again, don't really trust the rear brake. At the moment. I'm sure when I was actually decent at this game I probably would have used the rear brake a bit more than I am, but just no trust. The braking, and if I have no trust in the braking, I am rubbish. Like, I need full trust in my braking to actually be quick. As well, what are you doing? Why are you turning it? What are you doing? I don't know how we're still upright as well. Normally that'd be a crash there. Well, it's only that right hand I'm really confident, and this left right at the end after that. So do a 46 for the final lap. And we're 8th. How's that rider behind 16 seconds behind us? What the hell? Oh, they've improved to a 41 now. Now that I get down to their first race pace, they improve. As I'm not going to show you this last race. It's just going to be embarrassing, isn't it? It wasn't that embarrassing. See, we got closer to the front. We just crashed a few times in the beginning, and we did the fastest lap, 38.7. The last couple of laps were decent when we weren't crashing, so went up in 8th. We got a point. So we look at our financial reward. So we gained a bit. We're up into 116,569. And we've got choices for races, but I don't think we'll be accepting them because next time we actually get to do the TT race. It's an S difficulty. I think that means quite easy, actually. I think it means one race, 5 laps around the full mountain course. We get to end our career on a superbike or super sport bike. I've got to end it on the superbike, don't I? But yeah, that's what we'll be doing next time to end this series. So we've been building up to this, getting used to the game again. Now we get to end it with a run around the TT course. It only took us a few years and around, I think this is going to be the 40th episode next time we're going to end it with. But we're going to be talking about this game, talk about expectations for TT Ironman 2. I probably won't do a career just because I'm jam-packed with careers at the moment, trying to end WRC 8, Supercross 3, MotoGP 19, and then we've got this game coming out. We've got MotoGP 20 coming out next month as well, so we've got lots to cram in the next couple of months. I don't think I have time to fit in a career, especially if it's going to be grindy like this career. Don't want that, but I'll definitely show off some TT Ironman 2. It's so I do like the old bike games. I do like the difference with the road racing as well. And of course, who doesn't love riding around the full TT circuit, all 60.7 kilometers of it, like we will do next time. So thanks for watching. We'll see how we do then.